Hello. You've just learned about progressive enhancement and graceful degradation, which are two approaches for designing across devices and screen sizes. In this video, I'll share some inside scoop about how Google focuses on the user in all of our work. Here at Google, we hold our values near and dear. We've written them up as 10 things we know to be true, and the very first one is all about the user. Our mantra is focus on the user and all else will follow. Since the beginning, Google has focused on providing the best user experience possible. Whether we're designing a new internet browser or changing the Google search homepage, we take great care to ensure that our products will ultimately serve the user, rather than our own goals or bottom line. Google has adapted its range of products over the years to ensure we're focusing on the user first and foremost. Think about Google Maps, for example. Across devices and screen sizes, a couple of things about Google Maps are consistent. First, there's a search bar at the top of the page, because we know users are coming to Google Maps to search for specific locations or landmarks. If you use the mobile app version of Google Maps, there's even a microphone in the search bar to allow users to speak their requests. We know users of the mobile app are likely to be on the go, so typing in the search bar might not be easy. This is just one example of designing with our users in mind. Second, the directions button is easy to identify in a bright blue color because we know users often use maps to navigate. This emphasis helps users quickly find the most common user flow, which is finding directions. Like I mentioned, at Google and as a UX designer in general, you need to be focused on the user and their needs. One way this philosophy comes to life at Google is when we're designing for access and equity. Think back all the way to the beginning of the program, when you learned about the next billion users, or NBU. These are the billion people around the world who are accessing the web for the first time. As they become regular internet users, the chance that they will be using a mobile device is very strong. So designing solutions based on a mobile-first philosophy ensures that the content, interactions, and features of the product will be accessible for all of these new potential users. This isn't just a trend for the next billion users, though. The first or primary device for accessing the internet for the vast majority of people around the world is a mobile phone. 10 or 15 years ago, personal desktop computers wired to the internet at businesses, schools, and homes were the only ways people got online. But this setup required infrastructure and privilege that most people didn't have. Mobile phones have democratized internet access due to their relatively low cost and ubiquity, and billions of people around the world are feeling the transformative power of having the world's information universally accessible and useful. Mobile users are key to the market, and their influence continues to grow. Whether your focus is on helping people find directions or reaching the next billion users, knowing your user and their context is the most important thing to keep in mind as you design. In the next video, we'll continue to keep our users top of mind as we design. We'll discuss some considerations when designing across devices. Let's go.